Yo, what is up, guys? So, just got finished watching the Buccaneers Saints game, and that game was hard to watch. If you are a Saints or a Drew Brees fan, that game was hard to watch. Drew Brees proved that this game, and to be honest, I think that this season he's shown to be a check down Charlie this year. He really, age has not been kind to him. In reality, time hasn't been kind to Tom Brady either. Those two, you were gonna say, oh, Tom Brady had 3 touchdowns, and if you guys are Tampa Bay or Brady fans, in my comment section, go ahead and say that. I don't care. I'm just sick and tired of seeing the guy, brag about, all I'm hearing is 6 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowls. But how much do you want to bet that half of those Super Bowls, yeah, probably half of those Super Bowls are like with controversy. Like, come on. You know, people call him the GOAT. I want to say he's one of the best of all time. I'm not gonna go and say he's the greatest. I think he's the best, one of the best of all time. So man, it was back to this game. It was really, really hard to watch that second half. The turnovers really killed the Saints. Drew Brees with two interceptions was just really hard, and the last one really just really hurt. That I think that he was trying to get to Alvin Kamara, and I don't know what happened. And like that was just the Saints' heartbreak. In all honesty, the Saints, cannot avoid heartbreak. It's already 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 years now running that they experienced that. Man, like, I don't know what to say. It's man, Drew Brees, the way that he went out today, just the Saints really, to be honest, because Jameis Winston is the youngest, is the young guy. If Jameis Winston would have played more in this game, if he got sent out in that fourth quarter, checkmate for the Saints would have actually, in my opinion, would have won the game because Drew Brees was doing nothing in that fourth quarter, absolutely nothing. They took the lead. No, not even that. The interception that Drew Brees threw at the end of that third quarter, or near the end of that third quarter, led to the tying touchdown, and it just went downhill from there. In all honesty, this game was really hard to watch. So all I gotta say to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers and Packers fans, please beat Brady next week. Please. I don't want to hear Tom Brady, I just don't want to hear the headlines on. I just don't want to hear it. Drew Brees, man, it's really tough the way that you're going out, but congratulations on what has been an incredible career. Unfortunately, you couldn't get that last Super Bowl ring. But you set a lot of records. Unfortunately, the touchdown record will probably go to Tom Brady. So, that is one record that you probably won't have. Just retire, man. This year, you show that this year it's time. It's time. Don't come back for another year. You don't have it. If this was last year, then I would say come back for another year. But this year just showed that you don't have it, man. You were a check down Charlie, and even your check downs were horrible. It was just hard to watch. 3 interceptions and a fumble, well, the fumble wasn't your fault, but and here's the thing: I'm not a Saints fan. Look, when it comes to playoff time, I just like to see the teams who have momentum. I like to see who gets momentum, and I follow along those teams. I'm a bandwagon when it comes to the playoffs. You can say what you will in my comment section. You can say what you will wherever you're listening to me. But when it comes to playoffs, I just like the hotter team. I just like the hotter teams. But it's that hurts. In my opinion, Drew Brees. I wanted Drew Brees to get that final moment. I wanted him to have that Peyton Manning moment. And I know that Peyton Manning was another, example of, because I think he was also a check down guy, because in his final year, he threw 17 interceptions. Okay, in fact, he was benched for a guy named Brock Osweiler, and by chance, because Brock Osweiler was trash in the final game, Peyton Manning went back in. And, he was surrounded by a good defense. Now, the Saints had a good defense all around this year, but like I said, when you're dealing with the firepower that Tom Brady has and that offense, that wide receiving core, there's just no way. Especially with the way that Leonard Fournette burned that defense up as well. I just hope the Packers. What concerns me, two things that concern me with the Packers next week, is that the Packers, other than Davante Adams, and by the way, I figured out the guy's name that I couldn't think of in my previous video. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please check out my Packers post-game reaction video. It was Adam Lazard. I was trying to think. I know it was Adams. His name had Adams with it, but it was Alan Lazard. Sorry, Alan Lazard. It was close. I was close. Alan Lazard. The only problem with that is that Alan Lazard, Marquez Valdez-Scantling drop passes. The only two guys that are somewhat, well, I'm going to say Robert Tonyan, I think the tight end for the Packers is reliable somewhat. And Davante Adams is very reliable. I don't think the Packers are going to be able, with the way that they were able to, even though Alvin Kamara had over 100 yards, all-purpose yards, from scrimmage yards, Aaron Jones is going to have a tough time running against this Tampa Bay defense. Their run defense is good. Their pass defense is another story. That's another story for another time. But, Aaron Rodgers, and here's another plus. I just thought of it now. Aaron Rodgers is salivating at his redemption game. You got to remember, Tampa Bay humiliated the Packers 38-10. Granted, it was in Tampa, but they embarrassed Aaron Rodgers. They shut Aaron Rodgers down. But after that, Aaron Rodgers was able to, come back and just take the number one seed. So I want Aaron Rodgers and this Davante Adams, please don't drop the football. The other wide receivers cannot drop the football because, like I said, Tom Brady will make you pay. Those interceptions that Drew Brees threw today, Tom Brady made him pay for that. Also, Marshawn Lattimore, why are you dropping interceptions? If you would have caught that interception in the end zone, instead of giving Tom Brady 3 points and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3 points in the 3-point lead, it probably would have been tied, and then Drew Brees could have just easily used this check down Charlie talent that he picked up this year. My God, I don't even know. You know what? It was another Alex Smith game, to be honest. This game was just so hard to watch with the check downs. No deep passes. I think Tom Brady only had a 19-yard pass to Cameron Brate, and that was it. There was no big pass. No deep passes at all. So that's another thing. Aaron Rodgers, you got to make sure that your wide receivers of the Packers, whoever it is, Alan Lazard, Davante Adams as well. And here's the thing. The Buccaneers don't even have so Jalen Ramsey, actually, of the Rams yesterday, shut down Davante Adams for the most part. So that forced Aaron Rodgers to throw elsewhere. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't have that cornerback. They don't. They don't have that secondary to shut down Davante Adams. So I want to see if Aaron Rodgers remembers him getting humiliated by Tampa Bay, that 38-10 game, so that way he can, rise to the occasion and beat Tom Brady and go to another Super Bowl. At least give him a second ring. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But on the like I said, sad note, Drew Brees, this is just a hard way for you to go out. It was really hard. Him being a check down guy today. Like I said, Jameis Winston, he had a 56-yard bomb to what was his name? Traquan Smith. I don't want to get his first name. His first name's a little interesting, but man, he had a 56-yard bomb, and that was it. That was it for Jameis Winston. If he would have started that fourth quarter, Tampa Bay wouldn't have won that game. Just my opinion. You guys can agree, disagree with me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, before I go on a rant, alrighty guys, that is it for me regarding playoffs this week. I'm gonna do an update video at the end of next week to talk about my predictions for the NFC and AFC championship matchups, because obviously those have been shaken up, and especially with what happened to Patrick Mahomes earlier this week, or earlier today in this game. He has a concussion, so I may have to make changes, but we'll have to wait and see. That's why I'm going to do my predictions video later on in the week, and of course, I'm going to monitor the Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady storylines for next week as well. So look for that video later in the week, probably Wednesday or Friday. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you like my content, share this video, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.